such idle stockpiles, which can only destroy and never create, is not the only, much less the most efficient, means of assuring peace. I speak of peace, therefore, as the necessary, rational end of rational men.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Why have we not been able to get together as a nation?
Donald Trump says he admires Vladimir Putin.
There is no collusion between me and my campaign and the Russians.
The trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so.
Politics of division and resentment and paranoia has unfortunately found a home in the Republican Party.
Say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired!
Yes, we should deport them. We should build a wall. We should triple the border patrol.
I think there's blame on both sides.
He will be the voice of all us outsiders, all us deplorables, all us losers, all us morons.
What difference at this point does it make?
Which is why I alone can fix it.
Holy shit. I am doing my new show, guys. I wanted to write a show that was going to bring the country together, something we could all laugh about. So it's about politics, guns, and abortion. There you go. Yes. Talking about politics in America right now is like trying to organize an interracial hoedown in 1840. I say, are you an abolitionist? You Dred Scott will take off the Nat Turner t-shirt or there shall be fisticuffs, you carpetbagger. Yeah, joke number 2 sounds like history homework, doesn't it? Yeah. Here's what bothered me about the last election. I could not believe we were fighting each other over these idiots. Like half of us wanted this arrogant pantsuit-wearing robot. I call her She-3PO. And ladies, why was she wearing those square jackets? Was she running as Lego Hillary? And then the other half wanted this arrogant, orange, delusional, Alzheimer's-ridden rodeo clown. And that's why we were pissed at each other. People, our families were breaking up. You guys do get that we get a new idiot in 4 years, right? You're gonna need your family to wipe you in 20. Like, families were breaking up over Thanksgiving. Is that who you vote for, Uncle Phil? Is that who you vote for? Shut the fuck up, Grandma. Is that who you vote for, Uncle Phil? Well, if that's who you're voting for, I hope you get hit by a gas truck. That's right, Uncle Phil. And I hope you don't die. I hope you're lying there and the truck driver's got to revive you, but he's got Ebola and AIDS. That's what I hope happens, Uncle Phil. I hope you get truck driver Ebola AIDS. Shut the fuck up, Grandma! Hey! I am not going to shut up. Uncle Phil gave you a kidney last year. You want your Nazi kidney back, Uncle Phil? Someone get me a box cutter and some bathtub bourbon right now, yeah! I'm gonna cut this kidney out. I'm gonna go pee first, Uncle Phil. I couldn't believe how we were treating each other. And then this morning I woke up happy because I realized the comet that's gonna destroy humanity is already on its way. Oh yeah, there's a giant rock coming, people. Oh yeah, it's happened 5 times in the past, destroyed everything. It's not God. God's not flipping that rock. Oh, you guys keep dancing on Sunday, I'm gonna jack this place up. You guys better start having sex through a hole in a sheet again or I'm gonna blowtorch this place. Only the Mormons are gonna survive this shit. No. There is actually a giant rock in space right now in orbit. One day it's gonna pound into the Earth, and when it hits, it's gonna destroy 1 million species instantly, and Kanye. I know, he earned it. Then it's gonna set the atmosphere on fire, and that's gonna burn till almost all of us are gone. And the survivors are gonna have to live in an impact winter for an eon, till there's only 3 of us left. 2 guys and a girl. And you think they're gonna restart humanity, but no, both guys are gay. So they're gonna kill the girl for food and steal her skinny jeans. And then slowly make their way to Boca Raton, Florida, where they're gonna live out their final gay days wearing Speedos and shimmying to Katy Perry dance mixes on a solar-powered iPod. And when that last gay man dies, that'll be it for humanity. Everything we have done, everything we have built, gone. Just another grain of sand in an empty universe full of useless effort. And that's how I'm dealing with the election. Oh, come on, you know it was a bad one when a planet-killing meteor is my optimistic plan. Oh, come on. I don't care what side you're on. And by the way, there's only one side, American. That's the only side there is. But the last 4 people running for president, my God, I could have picked 4 better candidates by just throwing a tennis ball into a severe trauma brain injury ward. Just chuck it in, whoever goes ball and giggles, you're our candidate, come on out. You got a good attitude, you knew what a fucking ball was? Come on, let's admit it. Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz! Every man in this room knows a guy like Ted Cruz, who just roams the earth with this sentence constantly playing in his head. No one's gonna wipe a booger on me again. No one's gonna wipe a booger on me again. And if they do, I'm gonna tattle. Then you had a Hillary who's got this wake of bodies behind her, allegedly. Allegedly! Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly because I don't want to die in a suspicious 1-car accident. I know. Yeah. I know. They're gonna find me in an empty parking lot leaning against my car door. Trunk carpet fibers all over my body. Suicide note written in a language I don't speak. Allegedly. Allegedly! And then you had Trump, who was pretty amazing. He made it through the entire election without finishing a fucking sentence. It was insane. Wrong, didn't happen, beautiful, best ever. Reciprocal. Nobody peed on me. Oh, that was almost a sentence. Nice job, dude. Yeah, we have a president with no military experience and no political experience, but he has jazz hands. When you're a jet all the way. What is that? And I have to be honest, I feel bad for you Trump people, because you know damn well every time that man heads towards a microphone, you have anxiety, don't you? Yeah, man, how many teleprompter guys have shot themselves in the face working with that dude? Because he's on the speech for a minute, he's on the speech, he's on the speech, he's on the speech, and then, oh my God, he's gonna improv. No! And then you had Bernie. I like Bernie. I thought Bernie was cool. At the end, though, after all that crap, though, didn't Bernie come across like a real grumpy model train enthusiast? Couldn't you just see him in the basement of the White House? Toot toot. Mr. President, Vladimir Putin's on the phone. I told you, don't bother me when I'm playing with my trains. This job takes up all my time. I'd like to keep 1%. Thank you. And I had friends get crazy, too. I had friends after the election, they got real fatalistic. They just started yelling crazy. They're like, good, you know what? I'm glad the insane guy won. Good. Let's just burn it down and start over, man. Good. Let's just nuke the whole thing and begin again. Woo! As fun as that sounds, I don't think it's gonna go the way you think. Do you know why people say stupid crap like that? Those damn Road Warrior movies. Yeah, we think we're gonna survive Armageddon. In fact, every man in this room right now believes he's gonna be Mad Max in the apocalypse. Every single one. Yeah? Oh, yeah, I got 7 guns and a case of Cliff Bars. Follow me, come on, let's go. Oh, hold on, I gotta tweet my followers. Let me tweet my followers. Yeah, because in 2018, we all have followers, just like Jesus. Did they help you move? Did they lie for you in court? Then they ain't followers, are they? It's crazy. You guys do realize what these phones have done to us now. Selfie, selfie, selfie. Is it any surprise we elected the most narcissistic human being on the planet? Selfie, selfie, selfie. Get some damn friends. Take some themmies and ussies. Come on, goddammit. Take more Wheezies. You get who we are now, right? We now take pictures of ourselves to send to people we don't know to see what they think about us. Did you get that picture of me that I took of me? It's on my Instagram under CristoferTitus.me. Please comment on me. Like me. Follow me. You know who does that? Psychopaths! That's who does that! And by the way, yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @TitusNation. Or the real Christopher Titus on Facebook. This is road warrior. And by the way, gentlemen, you don't want to be Mad Max. Mad Max is always half a criminal. He's always busted up. Looks like Rob Zombie after a bad whitewater rafting accident, you know? He's always got a leg brace, you know, an eye patch made out of his old kneecap. He's got a hole blown through his head that he stuffed with a booby trap grenade. So when he gets caught, he can say cool things like, go ahead, pull the pin, you blow both of mine. He's got some weird Armageddon dune buggy with metal sticking off of it, some drifter chained to it following him through the wasteland. Oh, the guy can't ride in the dune buggy because Mad Max's dog sits in the passenger seat. His two-legged dog that they haven't killed for food yet because it's still got one good front left leg and one good right back leg, so it balances like a shitty table at a Chinese restaurant. I want that dog, honestly. I think those road warrior movies, I think they're trying to get us ready for Armageddon. And how come everybody has a cool haircut in the apocalypse? All those movies, we can't find clean drinking water, but everybody gets a mohawk. Or spikes or shave with your name in it. So Army Rangers and Navy SEALs didn't make it through the apocalypse, but somehow stylists pulled it off. I was at the shampoo station, I heard a noise, I hid under her desk, I don't know what happened. Now I'm chained to this asshole's dune buggy. I don't get this at all. What do we do? And that last road warrior movie, Fury Road aside, gentlemen, there are no hot babes in the apocalypse. Oh no, all the skinny hot chicks died of malnutrition, lack of moisturizer, and chapstick. That's right. And all that's left is those tube-titty bison females that used to roam the cheese aisle at Walmart. And they're not around either. They're locked in a room somewhere getting milk to feed the bad guys' kids. Did you see the movie? Because that scene is in the movie. So now when you watch the movie, you're gonna giggle. When I saw it, I didn't have me, so I went, heh, heh, heh. That movie pissed me off. So in the middle of the apocalyptic wasteland, 4 smoking hot runway models show up? That doesn't even happen in porn. And they're all beautiful, their makeup's perfect, they're well adjusted, they all get along. Well, now I know it's a movie. They're all wearing hemp butt thongs, barely raped at all. Come on! In the apocalypse? Let me be very clear. I love women. I think women are by far the better sex. I think, yeah, yes. But in the apocalypse, there's gonna be some raping. And I know sometimes I'm gonna be on the weeping side of that raping. I know that. I know that. You can't look like this and not expect that. I know, sir, my mouth is gorgeous. I know. And how are you millennials gonna survive the apocalypse? There's no app. Yeah. Millennials hate that joke. Shut up, I'll be fine. I do what I always do, man. Get up, get my 2/3 decaf latte, trim my lumberjack beard, call an Uber, and make it, brother. My mom said I could be anything. And I got a participation trophy to prove that. Yeah. A lot of you millennials can barely light a candle, let alone change a tire. How the hell are you going to distill drinking water from a rusted hot tub your dead neighbor is still floating in? You can't cook and eat your girlfriend's Shih Tzu if the microwave doesn't work. Doesn't even beep anymore. You better get on the internet. There's no internet! So, can we all stop talking about burning our country down because it's getting this crazy? Because only 2 people win in the apocalypse. Mad Max and the guy with the goat head skull ventilator thing, and that's about it. The rest of us ground up into dust and our bodies used to pave the road to Valhalla. So instead of talking about burning our country down, how about we all just come together and fix this bitch called America? How about that? Yeah. Fix this bitch! 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 Build a wall! Yes, we can! I'm with her! Blood and soil! Yeah! Yeah! I think we all learned this year. If you can break your idea down to 3 words, dumbasses will follow you anywhere. Oh, come on, Nazis are back. We had khaki pant wearing polo shirt Nazis out there this year. That was insane. That was insane. I don't think they couldn't all be Nazis, you know. I think some of them were Best Buy employees walking through the park on the way home. And they just got sucked into the chant. They're like, blood and soil. Are we gardeners? What are we doing? Give me a torch. Blood and soil. What are we doing? It was a weird year, wasn't it? We had so much weird stuff happening. Hurricanes lining up off the coast like they're waiting for rides at Disneyland, man. They ran out of names at one point. They're like, what do you name this one? Zatigua, I don't know. It was insane. And the country, we're getting along so well. God, we haven't gotten along this good since the Manson family picnic with the Tates. Well, really? You mad? Oh, shut up. I waited 50 years to tell that joke. You guys can't be mad at a 50-year-old reference, my God. World Health Organization proved that meat causes cancer. Great. That a Super Bowl barbecue is just a smoky-flavored war crime. Of course, none of us have to worry about cancer because climate change is going to drown half of us and set the other half on fire. Oh, I'm so glad it doesn't exist. It's a bad year. Prince is dead. Prince can't die. He's imaginary. And here's the sad thing for me. I thought we were doing so well. Human beings, we're amazing. The stuff we do. I have a phone in my pocket right now. I hit one button. It calls anywhere on the planet in a second. While I'm doing that, I can watch a video of a young child hitting his father in the testicles with a wiffle ball bat. That is next level human beings. We eradicated polio, got rid of smallpox, made it possible to live with AIDS, but we cannot crack the code on the vaccine for stupid, can we? How do you know if you're stupid? Well, if your 10th grade English teacher helped you write your 3rd birth announcement, you're an idiot. If you spell pregnant, pregnant. That's another hint. I'll tell you what this last election proved me what I'm not. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a conservative, I'm not a liberal, I'm not a hobbit, I'm not an orc. I'm not Slytherin, I'm not Gryffindor, and I'm definitely not a Hufflepuff. Yeah, screw that imaginary group of people. I'm an independent 100%. I believe in the death penalty. Yes. I believe in the death penalty, but I also believe that once you get convicted of the death penalty, they should put you in a penalty box and you get beaten to death by hockey players. But if it's lethal injection, it should be organic and gluten-free. Somebody might have an allergy, you don't know. I'm getting kind of itchy in here. My last meal was supposed to have a Claritin. I believe in abortion, but only if the mother is exercising her Second Amendment rights while performing it. Well, I guess somebody loves the Constitution a lot more than other people in Arizona. When I wrote that joke, I knew it was gonna get that reaction. And my brain went, say it anyway, and I said, okay. Let me tell you the problem with America right now. It's the same problem throughout history. The problem with America right now is they who run things. You know, all they want is money, all they want is power. They all have small penises, even Hillary. She's swinging something. Like, they're the ones who start the wars. They're the one who crash the economy. Did you crash the economy, sir? No, what do you do for a living? Maintenance. It's kind of vague, sounds kind of drug dealery right there. What do you do? Maintenance. Do you need some more? Good, I got some. Here you go. You maintain it? All right. Maintenance, of course you didn't crash the economy. You know, did you start the Iraq War, dude? No, of course you didn't. You worked at Ruby Tuesdays and prayed to God the hostess wasn't pregnant. I swear to God, that's what you did. No, of course we didn't. We never have anything to do with that. It's always they. And who are they? Well, in America's history, they are always old, ancient, silver-haired white men. A lot of them are Draculas. And they all have that thing. I call it the Sith Lord flap. Paul Ryan's got a little one. Obama had one, he just combed it back cool. He made it look good. Mitch McConnell. I don't want to make much fun of Mitch McConnell because I loved his work as the Pelican in Finding Nemo. Awesome. That's who they are. And what they did this year, I've never seen it this bad. They convinced everybody in America it was us versus them. Democrats versus Republicans, Republicans versus Democrats. We couldn't get along. In fact, everybody in this room right now has an opinion about someone who doesn't agree with them politically. Am I right? Hell yeah. Every conservative in this room is a four-wheel truck driving, sister screwing redneck, and every liberal eats kale salad at the butt of his boyfriend. Am I right? Yeah. Drizzled in raspberry balsamic. Come on. That's what we think about each other. It's crazy. Same country, same people too. If I asked you liberals to get up here and do an impression of a conservative, you guys would lose your minds. Oh my God, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just, don't make me laugh, Marsha. I got this. Okay. Stop it. All right, my impression of a conservative. Well, I went to the Walmarts and I got me a 7th gun, then headed down to plant a bomb at the abortion clinic. Then I went way downtown and kicked a young black fella in the testiculars, yep. Now I'm going out to a KKK rally at a Ted Nugent concert where I'm gonna shoot me an endangered species. Yee! You think? If I asked you conservatives to get up here and do an impression of a liberal, you guys have beat each other's ass to get on this thing. Shut up, Bobby, I'm doing it. Because I'm better at it than you. Go ahead, get up. All right, here's my impression of a liberal. Was that round one? What the hell just happened? My impression of a liberal, here we go. I'll tell you when it's okay to laugh. All right, liberal. Here we go. Oh my God, you won't believe what happened. I was at my job helping the lesbian manatees, and somebody used the word Oriental, and I lost my shit. I went down to the ACLU and I filed a hate crime, goddammit. And I was so upset on the way home, I adopted a petting zoo. I actually have a llama that's a rescue. Now I'm on my way downtown because inside I'm really a woman and I am transitioning. And I will use any damn bathroom I want, and I will molest children like I work for the U.S. Olympic Committee. Really. Be mad all you want, at least I'm current. I don't know anybody like that. I take that back. I know 3 people like that. 2 live in Prescott, Arizona, 1 lives in Berkeley. And I'm related to one of them. I don't know anybody like that. You know, it's not us and them, the people. It's we, the people. And we forgot that. And be clear, we do not have to agree, but we have to get along or this shit burns down. Yeah! But if we could get together and show up in Washington together, red baseball hats, pink pussy hats, how you doing? Yeah, we worked our stuff out. And I gotta be honest, I love lavender organic potpourri, I ain't lying. And I don't think meat is murder anymore unless you eat people. We show up, they are fucked. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know what to do. They'd have to have a meeting. The meeting would go like this. And then after that meeting, they would do what they always do when we go after they. They would invent a new them. Over there. Always a brown them, have you noticed? Oh yeah, Iraq, brown them. Vietnam, brown them. We're all worried about the brown them of Mexico coming across the border right now. Yeah, it's all brown them, man. We're all scared to death of a North Korean, Asian, weird haircutted, weird little fat guy, them. Anybody here really afraid of North Korea? Because I gotta be honest, I can throw a frisbee farther than North Korea can launch a missile. With a ton more accuracy. That's why Japan was mad. They didn't care about a nuke. They don't know he doesn't have it. They was like, he don't know where it's gonna go. Gotta worry about the brown them in Syria. Syria's got chemical weapons. Syria has always had chemical weapons. And they've been at war with a bunch of people they can't beat with Russia's help, and the guys they're fighting are attacking them driving Toyota pickup trucks. Give me 2 boys from Tennessee and 1 tank. We will jack up some Toyota pickup trucks. Yeah, but that's the way they do it. That's the way they keep we separate, talking about the them, you know? And also, the brown them always hates our white Jesus. Remember that? Oh, they hate Christianity. Oh, the brown them hates Christianity. They hate the white Jesus. And I have to say this. White Jesus in the Middle East, in the desert? Really? Is Santa Claus also a telepathic unicorn? Because had Jesus shown up at that time, this color, they would have killed him a lot faster. The Bible would have been a pamphlet. It would have looked like a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. I don't know. They're handing out Bibles. Says I get 20% off my immortal soul. That's pretty good. I'm gonna put that in the drawer. It's till April AD. So don't buy it, because this whole thing that's going on right now with our government is gonna get weirder. Stay we. Don't let they distract you with the them. And one more thing. Do not tell they we talked about this. I may disappear. Or they will turn me into a them, and then I'll be in Russia with Edward Snowden going, you got any 3s? Weird time. Poorly educated got pissed during the election. They kept saying that in the news. The poorly educated are voting big for Trump. The poorly educated love Trump. They're voting for the roof for Trump. The poorly educated think Trump is amazing. And you can say what you want about Trump, like him or hate him. You have to admit, this man has no filter and the biggest balls of anybody we put in that office. Yeah. So did Hitler. Don't clap. I got a lot of friends that got big balls, and I don't invite them over to parties at my house anymore. Because the cops follow. Trump had the balls to get on stage in front of thousands of people after that poll came out, and he said, I love the poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. And the poorly educated were like, he loves us. And he made fun of us in the same sentence. I think he did. I ain't sure. I'm poorly educated. I gotta be honest with you. I don't love the poorly educated. They're dumb as shit. And they have never helped, not one time. Nothing cool was ever invented by a dumbass. Never happened. They've never cured a disease. They didn't fix your car better. They didn't fix your phone. You know, when the poorly educated do build something, it always falls over and crushes the meth lab. Every time. The poorly educated can suck my left nut. Thank you very much. And why can I talk smack about the poorly educated? Because I am one of them. Yes. I am the poorly educated lizard king. I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up. I did not graduate high school. I was let go. I was laid off from my senior year. I showed up and they went, we filled your position. I said, but I'm not done. Oh, yes, you are. And I'm not making that up. California public schools at that time were so bad. It didn't matter what grades you got. They just kept herding you through the system. It was like, moo, moo. Couldn't spell moo, but I was moving on. I'm not making this up. And I'm not stupid, obviously, but I'm uneducated, you know? I was just smart enough to know I was a raging idiot. I'm not making this up. My last report card of my 8th grade year, I got 4 Fs and a D. And I was like, D! And I went to my teachers. I guess I'll be back next year. They went, no, you're a 9th grader now. 9 is a number after 8. So I had to get smart after school because I wanted to be a comedian. And just to be clear, this is the only job I am qualified to do. And I've already pissed some of you off doing it tonight. But as a comedian, you have to know what you're talking about. You can't just make stuff up. You can't be like, Abe Lincoln was the best Cambodian president we ever had, you know? Remember the Kimchi Wars of 1312 when we signed the Declaration of Codependence? That was insane. You just look like a dumbass. So to be good at comedy, so I was accurate, I started studying after school. I went back and I studied, you know, history and science and math. I haven't written a whole lot of math jokes. And when I did, the exponent was wrong. And that's the only math joke I have ever written. And I don't understand it. So now when I want to write comedy about something, I have to study it really hard. And I've been studying the alt-right for a while around now, the alternative right. They said Trump got helped by the alt-right. The alternative right helped Trump. If you don't know what the alt-right is, best definition I can give you is it rhymes with all white. Let's leave it there. And thank God. Thank God somebody is finally standing up for the oppressed white man in America. We have had that boot heel of oppression on our necks for how long, gentlemen? My God, we haven't committed genocide on the brown people in a coon's age, am I right? Let the white guilt flow, Whitey, come on. Yeah, amazing to me. 240 years of white presidents, we had one black guy and Whitey had a stroke. 43 white guys, one black guy, and white people are like, no more black guys, no more black guys, no. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. The NBA and golf, right there, that's why, right there. And those sisters took over tennis, and North Korea's got ping pong. All we got left is white guys, and you throw that thing on the ice, and you sweep in front of it. That's all we got. That's all we got. Look like idiots. And a woman president? Are you out of your... No, I don't care if she's most qualified we ever had. Emails, Benghazi, Bill Clinton's deplorable penis. Ah! Yeah, we didn't want a vagina in the White House, so we voted for the other side of the taint. good joke. A good joke. I know, even the Trump people got to be like, all right. That's a good joke. That's a really good joke. Let me tell you how good that joke actually is. So I got rid of my old show, Born with a Defect. I wrote it, filmed it, just got rid of it. And I always write new stuff because I always want you guys to come back and see new material. You know, it's not fair to you guys to keep me repeating stuff. So I wrote the new show, and I've been doing this so long, I don't check where I go anymore. So that Monday, I called my agent, I go, where am I going this week? And he goes, Alabama. No. I am not going to Alabama because Kevlar is expensive. But if you know me at all, you know damn well I'm going to Alabama. I figure if I get shot, I'll be super famous and I could really use a bump right now. Yeah, I've been thinking about sexually assaulting somebody just for the press. Sign up sheet at the door, ladies. Or dudes, let's get weird. Whatever you want to do. So I go to Alabama. First night I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, and the show was so raw at the time. I have 40 new pages. I'm reading them off a stool. And I think that's what saved me, because in Alabama, they couldn't believe I could do that. They were like, he looks at the paper and then says what it says. He's like a warlock. And I wish I was only being half truthful about that joke. The second night, though, I went to Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama is different because you don't want to just make fun of Alabama because it's got all this aerospace there. Lockheed is there, you know, and all this crazy aerospace. NASA's there. So in Huntsville, Alabama, it's rednecks and rocket scientists. And they've been a-mingling since the 60s. So you'll meet some weird-ass people in Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, we figured out the orbit of Alpha Centauri for the next 1,500 years, and my mama makes a damn good lizard cornbread. So I go to Huntsville. It's a brand new club. I'm the grand opening, because they know Titus is going to tell goofy stories about his dad. And I'm doing this show. And it was going well. There's some smart people in Huntsville. Everybody's cool, you know. They were laughing, a lot of them. There was like 9 people that really enjoyed it. And there was a table right over here of 8 people. And these people looked like they had swamp boated in. I am not kidding. Everything you think Alabama is was sitting at that table. One guy had like a beard this long, looked like Uncle Jesse from Dukes of Hazzard. I keep calling him Duck Dynasty the whole show. Audience laughs. He doesn't laugh because he thinks it's a compliment. But the man next to him is this giant bubba wearing a red, white, and blue jersey that says 45 and Trump across the shoulder. And I'm doing this show. Both guys are watching the show like this. I get to that joke. I didn't want a vagina in the White House, so we voted for the other side of the taint. And the guy with the beard goes, all right, goddammit, that's pretty funny. All right, that's pretty funny. And I was like, comedy can heal a nation, yes! Yes! Punchlines will bring us together. We will bridge the chasm with sarcasm. So let's talk about the alt-right for a second. The alt-right is a group of white guys that believe America should be an all-white country like it always has been because they don't read a lot. They don't like immigration, brown people, black people, and Jews. And they hate political correctness. They want to keep it real. Really? You hate political correctness, then why would you call yourself the alternative right? You sound like a shitty Miley Cyrus metal cover band. We're the alt-right, and we're gonna rock you. Because if you don't like immigration, brown people, black people, and Jews, the non-political correct term is Nazi. You're a Nazi. And hey, I'm not calling you a Nazi. Let's just go to the chart, because it matches exactly. In fact, if you didn't know that's what a Nazi was, you guys are like Nazi Stradamus. That's amazing to me. And why would you spend all that money and time marketing a new name when you already got a logo that everybody knows? And that real cool high five? Come on, man. I love it. The alternative right. We don't call serial killers cadaver creators. You guys don't buy your drugs from a street CEO, do you? Yes, I scored my meth today from the president of the company in his offices behind the dumpster. I believe they're remodeling. If you're a Nazi, just say you're a Nazi. You fucking Nazi. I can't believe they're coming back, man. That Charlottesville thing, that was a ragtag-ass group of Nazis, was that not? That was not the varsity. I have never been offended for Nazis before. Those guys needed a seminar, man. They need like a Tony Robbins Nazi to help their ass out. I would like to welcome everyone to the seminar! I would like to point out some of you are late. Nazis aren't late! Now, I have a couple of announcements before we get started. At the break, we will be having juice. You don't like juice? I love fresh squeezed juice. So Nazis, let's talk about the details. I saw the Charlottesville video, and all I have to say is, details. Nazis do not wear Lynyrd Skynyrd t-shirts. We hate the Lynyrd Skynyrd. We like the Eagles. Yes. It's on all the logos. Some other details. I saw the flags you were flying. Yes, I saw the flags you were flying. The Confederate flag and the Nazi flag. Which, by the way, don't tell anyone, were two of the biggest historic losers of all time. But I noticed as you were flying the flags, they were all wrinkled and crinkled. Details. Nazis, if you're going to hate, steam. That is my favorite joke of the new show. It's weird. There's a lot of reasons why they say Trump won. It's not because he's the best guy. There's a lot of reasons they said, oh, he won because Obamacare was too bad. I disagree. I think it's because Obamacare was too good. I'm not making this up. The top 10 states that voted for Trump are also the top 10 states with the highest prescription opioid abuse. So Obamacare was working its ass off. People had all their drugs in Costco quantities. And here's what bothers me about that. You get busted for driving high, but you can vote high whenever you want. That's where we need some damn checkpoints at the voting booth. Have just troopers lined up, the wrong guy comes in, woo! I'm here to vote for my man, Dante! Sir, can you step out of line, please, sir? Yes, sir, step over here, sir. I'm gonna give you a voter sobriety test right now. No, sir, there's no spelling, relax. Sir, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and based on your answers, we're going to determine whether you're capable of voting in an American election. Are you ready? Sir, do you think 9/11 was a hoax? Hell yeah, and them chemtrails killed my dog. Get on the floor right now. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Back away from the booth right now. Yeah, I got one. Can I tase him? Sorry, I tased him. No, we're good. My body camera was off. Yeah. So here's what I think happened in those states. Pika woke up the day after the election like, damn, baby, what did we do last night? Well, I can barely feel my right leg. That was a good night. I don't remember nothing. You remember anything? Woo! Baby, I got a sticker on my forehead that says I voted. Quick, let's see what happened. Turn on the learning box. And the news was crazy. The news said things this last election. They kept saying things like, the disenfranchised white male worker is voting big for Trump. The disenfranchised white male from the Rust Belt states just loves Trump and is voting big. The disenfranchised white male, how come when a black guy doesn't have a job, he's lazy? But when a white guy doesn't have a job, he's disenfranchised. No, I'm not unemployed. I'm disenfranchised, and this is an amazing Chardonnay. Black people, I have to be honest, it's the only time in my life, it's the one reason I'm happy and white. That's my word, I use it all the time. No, my ex-wife did not cheat on me. She disenfranchised me with 2 other gentlemen. Yes. And then her lawyer disenfranchised the shit out of my bank account. It was a bad year. I was bent over a table and repeatedly disenfranchised. Such a bullshit word, man. It sounds like the Taco Bell near you got closed down. No more gorditas, guys. We've been disenfranchised. But there's a grain of truth in it. There's a grain of truth in that reason, man. You know why? Because in America, we are taught from the second we're born, you can be or do anything in America. The American dream, right? The land of opportunity. You can be in it. If you start with 0, you could be a millionaire. In America, you can be anything. And after you hear that your whole life, you find yourself 40, 50 years old, you haven't made it, you're pissed. I was there when I was 18, frankly. No, because we had this kid at our school, Rod Kanamakapua. He was a Hawaiian, so he was a brown them. And then I found out Hawaii was a state, so I let that go. But Rod was our valedictorian, straight A student, lettered in 4 sports. On top of that, he was a nice guy. Fuck him. We all know that. And I was mad at him for a long time because he went to MIT full-ride scholarship, started a company, made a bunch of money. And I remember being mad for a long time at this guy. And then one day I woke up to the fact I can't be mad at somebody who went to class, got a degree, and started a company while I bought 4 jet skis at 21% interest. I could have gone to a community college, you know, but instead I moved to a rural area where things were cheaper. And there's a lot of people like me, you know, pasty, furry, angry. You know, smelling of Pabst Blue Ribbon and misspelled tattoos, you know. And we'd sit around after the game on Sunday and bitch about the elites running crap, we'd say, and then we'd play another round of racial slur Jeopardy. Yeah. And we'd talk about the minorities sucking at the government tit, we'd say, as we folded our welfare checks into our wallets. Not seeing the irony or knowing what irony means, ironically. And while we did that, the nerds and the geeks and the elites did impossible things like read and not get DUIs. Well, I let my 4th girlfriend pop on her 7th little diaper filler. Then scream, "Get them kids out of my meth lab. That's my man cave." Plus, I just rebuilt it. It might fall over and crush another one. You don't know. And then one day I woke up angry, bitter, you know, unemployed, in debt, racist. But I still had Netflix. I'm gonna have to be honest with everybody tonight. In America, if you're a white man and you can't make something happen in this country, it ain't China. It ain't Mexico. It ain't NAFTA. It ain't TPP. In America, if you're a capable white man and you can't make something happen, that's on you. That's on you. And do you want to know how I know that? I am a DF student. On paper, I should be being forcibly snuggled in a penitentiary right now. And you guys paid to see me. That's America. I love this country. Best place I've been all over the world. This is the best country. You want to know how good America is? Let me explain to you how good America is. In America, if you don't have a job, you can walk out into the middle of the Home Depot parking lot, stand there, and a job will drive up. Well, yes, I am disenfranchised. I would love to help you dig a sewer trench in your backyard. Manuel, after you. Manuel, you do realize I'm the foreman, right? That's a little joke for the alternative right. That's for you guys. There you go. I love this country. There's no other place in the world I could do what I do and be successful at it. And you know what I hate more than anything? When people insult America. Don't you hate when people insult America? Don't you hate when people insult this country? Don't you? I hate it, man. Make America great again. Fuck you. It's great right now. What are you talking about? Have you been here? Piss me off, man. This is the best country in the world, and I want you to know I love it more than anything. And that's why tonight, we're doing our last comedy show, because tomorrow, I start running for president of these United States. Now, I know, thank you. Now, why should I be president? Well, didn't we all look at the TV at one point in the last 2 years and go, fuck, I can do this. I'm a lot like him, tall white guy with a giant head. There you go. My hands are bigger, sorry. And you're welcome. I'm a lot like him. I say stupid, crazy, insane shit on stage all the time. But that's where him and I differ, you know? We start to split off there. I don't have any bankruptcies. I pay my taxes late, but I pay them. Plus penalties. I don't have any rape cases to settle. I don't have some fake-ass college con to pay off. I have never paid off a porn star, but I have been paid by one. I'm only on my second wife, and I only grab pussy when it asks politely. I'm also not part of any group either, man, you know? I'm not part of any Democrat, Republican, whatever. No one's paying me. I'm here, and it's 115 degrees in Arizona. Yeah, I'm a pure American, 100%, man. You know, I'm not part of any group. I believe what Groucho Marx said. I would never be part of any group that would have me as a member. Great joke, you know. I did try to join Black Lives Matter. That was a long interview, man. But a good leader listens. So I went to a couple meetings and I sat there and just listened to what they were talking about. And they said, how do we stop being mad about slavery? I said, let's have a white sale. It didn't go the way I thought it would, you know. And I thought it was real funny because it was also Easter. That's hilarious. I'm not a racist or a bigot. The only people I think should be killed instantly are family law attorneys and Toyota Prius drivers. That's it, right there. I'm sorry. You Toyota Prius people, do you know what you do to the highways? Do you have any? You just screw things up, then you clear it, and we all go, oh. And then you come back. You're like the herpes of the highway. That's what you are. Here are 3 things you are never going to hear in your life. Whoa, look at that badass Prius. Whoa, that Prius is hauling ass, and that driver seems so competent. Dude, I got my new Prius. Bring on the lady. 3 things never hear. I do blame the Prius for part of the election. Here's the thing. I did not understand about why people were frustrated. They keep talking about everyone's frustrated. Well, if you look at the history, 8 years before this last election, our economy had crashed. And then, at the end of that, housing had gone up. It was 20% higher than it was before the crash. And the stock market had tripled. And unemployment had gone from 12% to 5%. We'd saved General Motors and Chrysler. Bin Laden got killed. Why were people frustrated? Toyota Prius. Every Prius I've ever been behind at a stoplight, that light turns green, takes at least 6 seconds to drive away. Doesn't sound like a lot, does it? You're behind that idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! 20 million Priuses on the road, 200 million drivers. That means a lot of us are behind these idiots all the time. And after a day of it, you don't know what's wrong with you. You're just in a bad mood. And you get home, your wife goes, what's the matter with you? I don't know. It just feels like I can't get anywhere in America anymore, you know? I just can't get ahead. I'm stopped at every turn, goddammit. I don't know what to do. I'm going to vote for a reality television star. Is Snooki running? Then sweet potato Hitler it is. Yeah, I know. Too rough. Too far. Too far. And in fact, if I could get 2 family law attorneys to get in opposing Priuses and have an 80-mile-an-hour head-on collision, oh, that would make me hard. I'm a pure American. I love capitalism and democracy. Yeah, that's why I should be a good president, you know? I hate communism. Any ideology where you have to wait in line for toilet paper is very oppressive and very pro-skid mark. I also don't believe in trickle-down economics. I had to read about it, though. I've been hearing about it since Reagan. I actually spent 3 weeks discussing. I can break down trickle-down economics to you guys in 1 sentence. Are you ready? If we give rich people more money, they will give it to poor people. Even the poorly educated are like, well, that sounds like bullshit. Tell you what. How about you give it to us, we'll trickle it up. Only trickle down I believe in is when I leave the men's room wearing light gray pants. I've witnessed that one. I'm not a libertarian either, although in the Titus administration, we're going to bring the size of government down a little bit. But these hardcore libertarians, I don't want any government in my life. Good, when I steal your car, don't call the cops. Your house is on fire? That's a bitch. No, I'd call the fire department, but I want to screw with your beliefs. Ooh, that insulation makes it pretty blue, don't it? I didn't say I wasn't going to be an asshole president. When it comes to legislation, by the way, I'm not a socialist either. When did socialist become an insult? Socialist? Do you guys know what socialism is? We all work together, especially democratic socialism. You work hard really together, and we all share, and we all build each other up. That's what it is. No one gets $1 billion, no one gets $1. That's socialism. But I think it's the ism that bothers people, you know? Communism, racism, you know? Nazism. I want to change the name to socialgasm, and we all get off. Then try to use it as an insult. Social gasmist? Yeah. Sorry, I got a little trickle down. When it comes to legislation in the Titus administration, we're not going to legislate where you go to the bathroom. You look like a dude, pee where the dudes pee. You look like a chick, pee where the chicks pee. If you don't know, go behind the dumpster, weirdo. You're creeping everybody out. And when it comes to gay troops in America, I'm sorry, you want to step in front of a bullet to protect our freedom? God bless. Thank you very much for doing that for us. And transgender troops? I don't want transgenders in the military. Are you kidding me? You had the balls to cut off your own balls? That's pretty ballsy. I'm sorry, that's a committed individual right there. Titus, who's the bravest man in your platoon? Linda. And I will follow him anywhere. In fact, I'm going to draft transgender people into the military and form elite groups of trans SEALs. And we will never go to war ever again. We are going to kill the infidel Americans. Who are they sending over? Well, sir, intelligence tells us they're sending over the trans SEALs. Ah! Who are these trans SEALs? Sir, it's a group of people who cut off their testicles and sewed up their vaginas. Ah! They were prisoners. It was punishment. No. They asked to have it done, then paid for it themselves. Changing hearts and minds, bitches. That trans SEAL bit I did, first time I wrote it, I was doing it at the downtown club here in Arizona and in Phoenix, and I did it. Next day, my Facebook lights up with his mom flipping out, 5 paragraphs. Oh my God, my son is trans and he loved you. You're his favorite comedian. And send you that trans bit, he hates you now. And he wants you to know, it's not a mutilation, it's a restoration. Well, restoration means you put it back the way it was originally. At best, it's a renovation. and you really just remodeled the bathroom. Oh, yeah. Call out everybody. So as president, I'm going to give you a country with a little more automatic health care, a little less automatic weapons. A country where facts trump opinion. And facts about Trump change your fucking opinion. I bring you a country where known liars are convicted instead of elected. In a country where sexual predators are put in prison with much bigger, angrier sexual predators. I'm gonna bring you a country where women are heard. Unless the game is on, and just give me 20 minutes. Fuck. John, it's the fourth quarter. Why don't you just... A country where the poor have a shot at being rich, and the rich don't want the poor shot. That's an America I can believe in, and that's an America I will bring you, because that's an America I was taught about in school when I wasn't paying attention. And that's who I'm going to be in 2018. Thank you very much. Now, why am I running in 2018? Because I think the new guy is going to drop a deuce by Easter. I really do. It's getting weirder, isn't it? And I want to talk to you liberals for a second, because, I want to talk about the, because, by the way, if whatever side you're on, you think there's no douchebags in your group, you're a douchebag. The only way we get back to we is calling out everybody on their bullshit. We can't just call out one side. Everybody got to get called out on their bullshit. That's how it goes, man. You know, and I thought Trump was easy to get, and you Trump people didn't do anything wrong. And people are getting mad at you guys. You didn't know. You got to know, liberals, these guys voted for the guy they wanted. That's what you're supposed to do as an American. You know, and you people that didn't vote or voted for Harambe, when you see that mushroom cloud over Phoenix, that shit's on you. What do you mean? That doesn't look like a haboob. It is not. They just voted for the guy they wanted. That he ended up, this guy is, you know, he's a professional con man. It's not their fault. And I thought he was easy to get. I was raised by an alcoholic father and a mentally ill mother. Who better to deal with Congress, lady? Thank you very much. Here's how easy Trump is to get. I have a 12-year-old son, and he's an idiot. Sorry. He's not an idiot. He's just 12. 10 to 14-year-old boys have this amazing ability where they can take their brains out, put them down, and just walk away. For weeks at a time. All right, here's a story about my son. So last year he was in 7th grade. First and 6th grade, when I had to pick him up, I had to wait in that drop-off pickup line. They had to sign a piece of paper. Then they had to do a DNA test, and they'd do an iris scan. And then I could pick his ass up. Then he became a 7th grader, and now he can just leave when he wants. Because he's this much taller and 9 pounds heavier, I guess he's a ninja now. And I was cool with that. You know why? Because I hated waiting in that drop-off pickup line with you chatty soccer moms driving Priuses. Oh, my God. I drive a Ram 1500 four-wheel drive, and you don't know how many times I played a monster truck scenario in my head. I would just sit in that line just thinking, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. How was today at school, son? So now I'm stoked that I can get. I didn't tell him that. I go, good, you can leave. Here's what I want you to do. Cross the street, stand in front of the church. He goes to a Christian school. Stand on the curb. I'll drive up, pick you up. We're out. He goes, cool. First day I do it, it's raining in LA. I get off the freeway. I'm on the wrong side of the freeway. I go past this 4-way stop. I pull to the curb. My son is 4 lanes away from me, directly across the street. I look out the window of my truck, and my son goes. And we look at each other for like a day and a half. And I finally roll my window down and I go, cross the street! Smart kid, he got it. He grabs his stuff, he goes to the corner. I'm right there. He hits the button, this light turns green. He crosses this street. Turns and realizes I'm farther from Dad now. Doesn't run back on the green. Hits the button to cross this street. And it was the first time it came out of me involuntarily. I'd said it before when you did something silly, But I was looking at the rear view mirror of my truck and I hear myself go, the fuck? He waits for that light to change, crosses that street, turns and realizes he now has yet one more street to cross. He waits for that light to change, crosses the street, gets in my truck, and I go, what are you doing? And he goes, I know, right? Which I count as progress, because he didn't used to know when he was stupid. Remember, guys, you hit about 13 and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm never gonna touch a girl if I keep this up. That's what my son is. So I'm writing this new show, it was a while ago, and I'm watching the news way too much. My family hates me, and just to Trump people, I didn't want to write the show, but it was on TV every night. like 5 things a day. Like, how do you screw up 730 times in 500 days? The only people happy are Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan, man. And Chris Brown, they're like, he beat our record, all right. So it's just coming out of me, and I could not, that's what I do. My job is to observe and do it, so it's coming out of me, but I'm watching the news all the time. And my family's like, what are you watching news? I was like, hey, you guys want to eat? I got to go to Phoenix. And it's 115 degrees. So I'm watching the news one night. I'm just writing. My son's sitting next to me on the couch. And here's how easy Trump is to get. Out of the blue, my son just turns and goes, how is Mexico going to pay for the wall? I love you so much right now. No, I thought I was crazy. I don't know, son. Maybe we're gonna get free landscaping at the White House for a while. I don't know. Maybe we'll send them an invoice. If they don't pay it, I guess we'll just ruin their credit. We'll be Mexico's ex-wife. Don't tell your mom I said that. You Trump people got to be tired of hearing the wall thing is getting so weird. The weirdest thing I heard about the wall was when Spicer was still in. Spicer came out and he goes, part of the wall is going to be invisible. Even the poorly educated were like, oh, come on, man. We're poorly educated. We believe in spandex, not magic. And here's the sad part for these Trump people. You guys don't know. They now, whatever he says, whatever crazy, they got to back him up. I got fans in Texas on the border. They got a visible wall. Yep, they built it this morning. Look at that son of a bitch right there, yeah? 320-foot invisible wall. If you're going to go invisible, go big, am I right? It's a high-tech son of a bitch right there. Ain't nothing getting through that, except for that little Mexican fella right there. Hey, 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 hey! Rusty, check the fuse box on the invisible wall. And you voted for the guy. You know, Trump people, you voted for the man, you deserve your wall. To the victor goes this wall. In fact, you know what? I want the wall built now, because every 4 years after that, the Olympics, we are going to kick ass in handball. I mean, we're always going to have to play Mexico in the finals. Because they also have a wall. 9 is a number after 8. Yeah. And I can prove that no matter who you voted for, we're all the same in this country right now. You know, everyone in this room has had someone come up to them and go, did you hear what he said today? And then they tell you, and you go, no way. And then you turn on the TV and you go, damn it. Every single one of us, no matter I do. There was something he heard that he said about the wall that I didn't believe. And then my wife and I were driving somewhere and listening to the Alabama speech, the primary speech, when Roy Moore was against the other guy. And we have to give Alabama some props, because we finally found out their line. Racist, homophobic, pedophile. They were like, nope. You can hate, just don't fuck kids. Which is their new license plate. So good job, Alabama. So good job, Alabama. So we're listening to the speech, and he says this, and I honestly had to play it again. I was like, oh, what the hell is that? He said about the wall, he goes, the wall needs to be see-through because drug dealers will take 100-pound bags of drugs, put them on catapults, and shoot them over the wall. And they may hit innocent Americans in the head. My first thought was, my God, the Three Stooges have started a drug cartel. Is that how El Chapo made his billions, is it? Is that how the Sinaloa cartel just took over Mexico? Did they have a big meeting one day? Okay, everybody, welcome to the meeting. I have a new bitchin' idea to smuggle the drugs. No more tunnels, my fingers hurt. Are you ready for this? We're gonna build a catapult. No, not a trebuchet. Catapult. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Then, we're going to take 100-pound bags of drugs, put them in the catapult, and then we're gonna shoot them over the invisible wall. Now, we may need to get some liability insurance in case we hit innocent Americans in the head who are vacationing near the wall. Okay, everybody in. Drug dealers, okay. So stupid, And here's the other thing about Trump. If Trump was a nice guy, it'd be easier to take. You know, we've had dumb guys in there before that were nice guys. You know, guys that weren't that smart about... I met George W. George W. was a really nice guy. I liked W. You know, I didn't agree with him on anything, but I liked him. I got to do a show for him, a Christmas special with ABC, and I got to do the comedy. It was at Ford's Theater where Lincoln got shot, which is weird because the booth is right there. It's 12 feet from you, and they don't let anybody sit there because I guess they haven't caught the guy. Or they're still doing forensics. I don't know what's going on. So they asked me to do the show, and I said, yeah, Iraq was going on. I said, can I do my Iraq material? And they went, no. And I said, no, it's not about the war, it's about the troops. And they said, okay, they cleared it. Because I went to Iraq a couple times. And when I would go to Iraq, I'd get these gigs. I'd call other comedians, and I go, dude, we're going to go do shows for the troops in Iraq. You want to go? And every comedian said, hell yeah. And then I'd call them 2 weeks before we leave. We're leaving in 2 weeks. I'm not going to Iraq. I'm going to go to Tempe, Arizona, where it feels like Iraq. Except with old people. So the last time I went, I invited this guy named Everlast. I got to meet him. Everlast is a great musician. He'd jump around, and he's a great musician. And he was also raised in Boston and East LA. So when I said, you want to go to Iraq? He's like, yeah, do I bring a gun or can we rent? He's legit. So we go to Iraq, and any soldiers in it tonight, if you're in it tonight, thank you for doing the job. I want you guys to know something. When you clap for these shoulders, I want you to just not clap because it's rote. Think about what they went through. Iraq was the worst place I've ever been to in my life. Imagine if Mars got colon cancer. That's Iraq. Nothing there. When you got a plane, it was so hot. It was literal. It was like here, except danger. It was like, ah. And I get off the plane, and they had pallets of water in all the base, and they go, Titus, drink some water. I'm like, no, I'm just hot. And then I go to the bathroom, and above every latrine, there is a chart that shows you where your pee should be. And it starts clear, and then it goes Sprite, then it goes Mountain Dew, then it goes Mellow Yellow. And I was peeing Aunt Jemima maple syrup down here. And the lieutenant was like, you're about 8 minutes from death, Mr. Titus. You better... Nobody should pee chunks. Let's go. And we did Fallujah, and we did Mosul, and we did Tikrit, and I was over there before Obama just gave it back. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, liberals, lighten up. $3 trillion? $3 trillion, and we walked away? Could we at least leave Paul Blart here, please, maybe? You know, the yard ladies at my high school could have held off ISIS for a couple of weeks. But Obama was like, nope, George W. signed a treaty, and we have to be out by 2014, and we're going to honor that treaty. It's the first time we've ever honored a treaty. But we have to this time because I'm the black guy. Yeah, you conservatives thought I was, yeah, oh, well, that's a good point. So we do our show, and we're in Mosul, and we get 3 days in Mosul. We have to stay in Mosul for 3 days because they can't get us a flight. And staying in Mosul, Iraq, it's not Sandals, Iraq. It's not good. And it's just me and Everlast walking around the base, and the soldiers are like, guys, don't walk around the base. If you're going to eat to the mess, you gotta move. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because. We're a musician and a comedian. They were like, that's how they explained it to us. Oh. So after our first day, these soldiers show up, and they go, hey, we know you guys got a couple days off. Hey, if we can get you guys a chopper ride, will you guys go do a show at a forward operating base? And I was like, hell yeah, because I didn't know what a forward operating base was. Here's where we are. Here's the forward operating base. Here's where we're going. And it was funny, we get this Black Hawk, and they got the doors blown off it, and they put on my flak vest. It's like 120 degrees, and it's hot. And I put on my metal hat, my helmet. I put on my helmet. All right, that's a joke, but it really happened. I was getting ready to get in the chopper. I had my flak vest on, and I had put it down, and I lost it. And I get in the chopper, I go, anybody see my metal hat? And all the soldiers went. Did you just say metal hat, sir? Because it's made out of Kevlar, and we call it a helmet. Don't say metal hat again, okay, sir? Because the doors are off this chopper, and... So we fly across the desert, and we're flying forever, and we had to divert around the sandstorm, which is amazing, because we landed, my face was so smooth. And we get close to this, and we fly forever. There's nothing there. It's desolate. What are we here for? There's just rocks and dirt, no trees. And all of a sudden, in the distance, we see this town. And it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's no hills, water, nothing. What it looks like is people got pissed at the Mosul City Council. Like, you know what? Screw you. We're going to start our own town. Come on, guys, let's go. And they started walking. And they walked a biblical distance. And somebody went, fuck it, we're going to build it right here. I don't care. No, my flip-flops are all jacked up. I can't. No, I don't care what the white Jesus says. So we're coming in, and as you see, there's a town over here, and 400 yards away, there's this big, giant complex. And we found out later that was the old mayor of the town. He had this big, giant mansion, and we commandeered it. I don't know what commandeered means. You're going to have to ask an American Indian. Titus, hysterical and historical. So we come in and we land on the base, and we're inside. It's got these thick walls, and this little lieutenant comes up to help us. He's got little glasses, like, oh, it's Radar O'Reilly, and nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Because they're 14 and I'm 1,007. And we get out of the chopper, and I look over, and up against the wall is a tank, and the turret is pointed over the wall directly at the town. And I go to the commander, I go, what's the deal with the tank? And he goes, it's a reminder. That's how we're changing hearts and minds. Ah. We're reminding them. So the guy takes it, and I want to say, you want to talk about being we the people? Every soldier I saw, white, black, Hispanic, didn't matter, whatever religion they were, all working together. You want to talk about we? Those guys did it every day, and they were badass at it. And so this This lieutenant takes up on the third balcony, and we're overlooking the town in the distance, and he starts talking about this town of Osra that we're at. And he goes, this town of Osra is one of the smallest towns in Iraq, and all the bad guys, the worst of the worst, are coming here and hiding out. So we had to build this base here so we can go get them. And our guys go in every night, and they don't know what's behind that door, and they kick the door in, and they're knocking and rocking. And I was proud. I was like, yeah! And then my anus clenched shut. Like I had this caveman fear come up in me, like I don't know what happened, but I turned around, and about 20 feet behind us, this special ops guy had walked out onto the balcony, but he wouldn't come out any further. And he didn't have a lot of patches on his uniform. I don't know what unit he was in, but maybe any military guy. The patch on his arm, it was Satan raping a bear. I don't know. Anybody want to fight those guys? I'm not fighting those guys. And this guy was crazy. He was an X-Men. That's what he was. He was an X-Men. He had the waist of a 12-year-old girl, like the shoulders of a Yeti. It was insane. And he was also calm, too. Now, every man in this room who's been in a couple of bar fights, you know the guys you can fight and the guys you can't fight. The guy that's going, come on, me and you, let's dance, let's do this. That guy, get out your phones. He's getting his ass kicked. And it's going to be hilarious. Then there's that other guy that just goes, sure you want to fight? As a matter of fact, I apologize. And this guy was calmer than that guy, and he's standing 20 feet behind us at the edge of this balcony, and we're way out in the front of it, and he just goes, gentlemen, do you guys mind coming back here for a second, please? So Everlast turns, because you heard, in his voice, you heard it. Everlast walks past him, I walk past him, the lieutenant walks past him. As the lieutenant walks past him, he grabs the front of his shirt and part of his nipple, because the kid made a noise. The kid went, now he's getting dragged behind this wall, and the guy slams against the wall, and I said, I am not next. I'm blaming him. He brought us out here. And the guy doesn't pay attention to me at all. Gets right in the kid's face, and he goes, you do know there are snipers in that town right now, right? And Everlast goes, can I kick his ass? And the guy was like, no, it's against Army regulations, plus I got to rape him in a minute anyway. Now, I didn't tell that story at the Christmas special. So here's what a nice guy W is. I'm in front of him doing my show. It's going all right. W and his wife Laura sitting there. In the middle of it, I go, Mr. President, it goes hard for me to call you Mr. President. Can I just call you Hoss? Yeah, and the whole room goes, Earth! I thought it would get a laugh, not thinking that I just called the President of the United States Hoss. And W looks at me and goes, yeah, Hoss, I like that. Go ahead, call me Hoss, yeah. Then at the end of that show, we're all standing on stage behind him, and he goes to the mic to make a speech, and he walks up and he goes, how's everybody doing? Hoss here. Then they invited me to the White House. I got to go to the White House, make America great again. That's pretty fucking great, my God. And I had just gotten divorced, and I met my new girl, and I got married her finally, by the way. My new wife is so far out of my league, it's ridiculous. Yeah, here's how out of my league my wife is. We'll be in an airport somewhere. She'll get up to go to the bathroom, and guys I don't know will walk over to me and go, dude, how did you land that? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I have no idea. And don't you say nothing to her, because she may not know this is weird. So I called her. I said, you want to go on a date to the White House? No, not Waffle House. White House. She meets me there. She's got on a ball gown. I've got a tuxedo. We're in line to get a picture with W and his wife, Laura. And here's what a normal dude W is. As we walk over, he glances, sees my girl, and goes, all right, things are looking up. And I was like, fist bump, Mr. President. He's like, I told you to call me Hoss. Call me Hoss. Nice man, nice man. Even when you see him in interviews now with Clinton or whatever, he's self-deprecating, he's a nice guy. On the other hand, our new guy hate tweets about civil rights leaders on Martin Luther King weekend. Does he have a calendar? I'm gonna save this tweet till next Saturday, maybe. That would make sense. He's gone after some of America's most hated terrorists, Meryl Streep. called Meryl Streep overrated. She's been nominated for 20 Oscars and won 6. I'm sorry, you don't get to talk shit about anybody if your best skill is bankruptcy and the comb over. And Trump people, I want you to know, I'm not giving you my opinion. This is a fact. The man bankrupted 4 casinos. Do you know how casinos work? People walk into the casino. They hand over all their money. And then they walk out of the casino. Somehow he found the glitch in that. But again, the problem is liberals in our country. Here's why. Here's why. Liberals right now think they have the moral high ground. They're actually all thinking that, you know, these people are stupid that voted for Trump. They're not. They didn't know he was going to be this guy. And now, because everyone's talking shit online like a bunch of digital pussies, everyone's got their back up. You know, you can't say, fuck you, dude. No one's going to, oh, we're good, hug me. That's not what happens. We got to learn to be cool. If we're going to be we again, we got to be cool people making mistakes. My grandmother's 84 years old. She voted for Trump. We're playing cards over Christmas. And in the middle of playing cards, she just goes, I wish this man would just put down the tweeter. Cannot believe I voted for this idiot. I made a mistake. And do you know what I didn't do? Yeah, bitch! Yeah! Why don't you suck on that, Grandma? Yeah! They know. Liberals, they know. They just don't know what to do about it. You know, they're going to write it out, but they know. Trust me. They go home. We're all the same. People, I can prove every one of us is the same. Every single one of us in the morning grabs our phone, hits a news feed, sees what he says, and says exactly what Paul Ryan says. Fuck! We're all the same. Every single one of us knows every time we see Kellyanne Conway on that television that somewhere she's got a coat made out of Dalmatian puppies. We're all the same. There's no difference. We're all Americans, man. Everyone in this room knows that from space, Trump's hair looks like Doppler radar during hurricane season. How do you comb your hair over from your neck, man? It's insane. We're all the same, because everybody in this room, whether who you voted for, when he walked up the stairs that day and that whole thing went, bah. We all knew that's a Dr. Evil moment. Oh, my God. And he's obviously part clam. What just happened? So I want everyone to be cool with people's mistakes now. We're all gonna be, in fact, I'm going to tell you a story right now about one of the worst mistakes I have made in the last 5 years, and we're going to laugh about it. And that's how we're going to be when someone says they voted. And next time they go, dude, what happened? I can't believe I did this. You're not going to get mad. You're not going to say, hey, you know, yeah, fuck you. He's not my president. Yeah, you live here too, fucker. Yeah, he is. By the way, you don't have to like it, but we got to figure out how to fix it. And the only way that's going to happen is we. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. And it's the worst thing I did in the last 5 years. I started drinking when I was 15 years old. I stopped drinking at 17 because I fell into a bonfire. Oh, I got really good at drinking. That's gold medal level right there. Alcoholics Anonymous sent me a certificate that just said, wow. And then under that it said, we can't help you. So I stopped drinking at 17 years old. I didn't drink again until I hit 41. I met my new girl, went to dinner one night, having dinner, and I had water. And she goes, how come you're not having a drink? And I go, because I fell into a bonfire when I was 17. And she goes, but you're not 17 anymore. You're a grown-ass man. And I thought, wow, you're an alcoholic. She said, no, I'm just saying you're not making the decision of a child. You're a grown man. Have a drink. I go, do you run an alcohol distribution company? What is wrong with you? And then she said, I'm just saying a real man would have a drink. She's from Louisiana. I said, okay. And she was showing a lot of side boobs. So I said, yeah, I am only flesh and blood. And she was right. I was an older man, different guy, a different life. I had a drink. I'm fine. I can drink. It's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I can drink. But recently something happened. And by the way, and I'm the worst kind of drunk, because I'm a happy drunk, you can't piss me off. And we'll be in a bar somewhere, someone's go, what the hell are you looking at? Your hair is amazing. Is that a mousse or a pomade? Because you are beautiful, Brad Pitt. Oh, you want to do me, homo? No, but we can get married legally now. Hell, I'll even bake you a cake. I'm gonna need a couple more of these, though. Because I know my mouth is gorgeous. I'm the guy, when people are dragging me out, and I'm nothing out, I'm like, what, we were just talking. No, he's gonna kill you. What? Is he mad? Like, come on, give me a hug. Come on, it's okay, hug it out. Hug it out. I'm a pain in the ass, dude, I'm the worst. So, I can drink, everything's fine. So I had got one, okay, so a while back I got home from one of my road gigs, and on Monday I take the day off and I watch my shows on my DVR. I was watching Street Outlaws, whatever it is. And I had 3 glasses of wine. I poured a whole bottle into 3 glasses of wine. And I drank it over 3 hours, he says, to justify his behavior. Got done drinking it, it was 3 hours. I remembered, I went upstairs and my wife was already in bed, and I get in bed and she goes, hey, your throat sounds kind of raspy, I want you to take this Benadryl. I didn't know this part, see, this is the part. I don't take medication. I did not know that wine plus wine plus wine plus Benadryl equals, oh my God, no. And that's the second math joke I have ever written. So I took the Benadryl because I love her, and she can just hand me anything. Take this, okay. Why am I foaming now? She's just counting money. No reason. Keep going. People, I took that Benadryl of that wine. I slept like I have never slept in my life. Almost went into the light. Woke up the next morning like I had a blood transfusion. I feel incredible. This must be what Oprah and Keith Richards do. This is incredible. Woo! But my house was weird. Like, my wife woke up, she was grumpy, but she wakes up grumpy sometimes. I didn't think about that. But my dogs were inconsistent, and my dogs are very consistent. Every morning, I wake up, my older dog just face rapes me for 5 minutes. That's what he does. This morning, though, he was sitting at the end of the bed as far as he could get away from me, going... Our younger dog, who's the dark soul, he listens to 9 Inch Nails all the time. Usually under the bed shivering. This morning, however, he's bouncing all over me like whatever I did last night, we were buddies gonna hang out in the smoking area and carve our initials in our arm. I didn't think anything of it, I just went about my day. And my wife didn't say anything to me, but instead, as I'm going about my day, she started to noise me into an argument. Oh yeah, about that guy, yeah. Yeah, she wouldn't say anything. Well, I got my coffee, I'm walking down the hall, and as she goes by me, she goes, you shouldn't know what I'm doing right now. Because I walked past her 2 hours later and she just went, wow. And I'm not biting. I know it's coming. I'm not going to bite. I just keep ignoring her. And about 2 hours later, she walks past me and she just goes, unbelievable. What? And she whips on me and she goes, do you know what you did last night? And that sentence is never followed by, you saved a baby from a fire. You cured cancer, filed a patent, and we never have to work again. That's what you did last night. So I sat down on the edge of the bed, because I'd heard that sentence before when I was 17. And I said, no, what did I do last night? And she said, you were sleeping like I've never seen you sleep. And I said, I remember that. She said, about 3 a.m., you got up to go to the bathroom. You shouldn't be that far ahead of me on this. You got up to go to the bathroom, walked into the closet, opened your pants, then opened your pajama drawer, and filled it. And I said, with what? Because I didn't want the dogs to have one up on me. She said, then you pulled up your pants, closed your pajama drawer, and flushed it by flicking off the light switch. I peed in my pajama drawer. Now, I know a lot of you are more weirded out that I have a pajama drawer. But my wife loves Jimmy Stewart, and she likes me to sleep silky. Our safe word is Harvey. I made a dumb mistake. It's a dumb mistake. It was a dumb mistake. So next time, you liberals, once that next Trump people go, God, I voted for this guy, and man, he's just not living up to it. I wish I hadn't voted for him. Don't get in their face. It's okay. You peed in your pajama drawer. It's all right. But here's how we can save America. If we can just get rid of the confidently stupid people. I'm not talking about normal stupid who don't know and are trying. I'm talking about the people that don't know and are proud they don't know and think they know. You know the people I'm talking about? People that just yell, you give them a fact, they're like, I don't believe that. Well, it doesn't care what you believe, it's a fact. Where'd you get that fact? NASA? NASA, bunch of nerds and geeks and elites, because that's what stupid people do. Instead of just taking 5 minutes to look it up, they came up with words to make fun of smart people. You know, words like nerd, geek, homeowner. Elite, the damn elite's running it. And I was on the elite boat for a minute. During the election, I was like, yeah, the elites. Then I looked up what elite means. You know what elite means? It means best of the best. Elite means you're better than almost anybody at your job. If you're elite at what you do, you're in the top 5%. That's who I want running shit, not somebody who owned a beauty pageant. Sorry. Do you know why? Because every man on the planet, when it comes to boobs and butts, is pretty elite. But I wouldn't trust one of you bitches with the economy. I don't like the confidently stupid. And you know how hard it is to be stupid and not know in 2018? Well, on top of us being the smartest mammal to walk the planet, every single one of us, down to the dumbest person in here, has one of these phones. And in that phone, clickety-clack, is every piece of information from the beginning of recorded history, and it's 4 inches from your butthole all day long. And you still found time to be a dumbass? The gas pumps have a screen pumping new information while you're pumping gas, and you're still stupid? How is that possible? Stupid people must just get home tired every day, you know? Because it's so hard to be stupid now. Your wife goes, what's the matter, hon? Oh, babe, I'm so beat. Today was rough. I had to walk through the world avoiding truth and knowledge and facts. Oh, it was horrible. Thank God you put that song on my iPod. La, 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 la. That was great. I just don't want to think anymore, babe. I just want to turn my brain off. Put on Fox News. Please put on Fox. Quick fact for you people that think in this libtard snowflakes. You think I read that? Fox News was proven after fact-checking them to be 17% accurate. CNN's only 73%, but 17, damn, I did better than that in school, and I got 4 Fs and a D. Fox News is like the tofurkey of news. Because it's not what it says it is. But I like Fox for a lot of reasons. Because as an older gentleman, I know where to get a comfortable catheter. Don't need it yet. I'm waiting for a coupon. Do you guys know the people I'm talking about, the confidently stupid, that are just so, like, they don't have any facts, but they're loud about it, so everyone just backs off? Yeah, I know. 98% of climatologists say climate change exists, but 2% say it don't. So that makes it inconclusive. Okay, so if I'm 98% inside your girlfriend, is she cheating on you? Or is it inconclusive? Either way, I believe you've been disenfranchised. Thank you very much. Fix this bitch! Fix this bitch! Fix this bitch! Fix this bitch! Fix this bit! Fix this bit! Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.